Hey guys, this is PowerWangZ and we are going to be doing an unboxing video today of two Gears of War controllers. We have first the JD Color Scheme Special Edition or Limited Edition controller scheme. This is just a standard controller. And then we have the Gears of War 4 Limited Edition Elite controller. So we're going to set this Elite aside, we're going to get to that second. But first we're going to go ahead and get this guy open. This is the gray-blue JD Color Scheme Gears of War 4 Limited Edition controller. It's a standard controller with a little bit different of a design. You get the AA batteries and the wireless controller. It's got the 3.5mm jack. But you also get 3 Gears packs for buying this guy, so 3 more customization packs coming the way. These are relatively simple open. You usually just have this one, and it's very hard to see because they use clear plastic circle tape. But it's just a little piece of circle tape here. Now we're going to go ahead and cut that. And pop the controller open here. So there we've got the blue and gray JD controller variant. Let's go ahead and get a better look at this guy here. So pull it out. The shoulder buttons, I really like those, are blue. You've got black on the triggers, which I kind of wish they would have gone with kept those with the color scheme, either gone blue or gray. Here you can see the new Gears logo for Gears 4, or the new COG logo. Its texture, the texture is really cool. It's got kind of a stippled texture on the bottom. Not as nice as the Lunar White controller from GameStop, which I actually have an unboxing video of. You can check down in my videos below. But you've got the Omen or Gears emblem that's usually associated with the game. You've got this nice patterning. These rivet plates, these actually are like plates. They aren't physically plates. You can't strip them apart off the controller, but they feel like it. They feel like armor plating. The rivets feel like rivets. The buttons are very nice. The buttons are this beautiful blue. Really goes with the scheme. Same with silvering of the button. There's some like battle damage here on the side. I'm not sure if that's what that is, or it's just supposed to represent like the discoloration of the armor, but you can see that in some places. It feels nice in the hands. It doesn't feel a lot different than the standard controller, but that stippling on the back adds a little bit of texture, so I do like that a little bit more than some of the standard controllers. As a comparison, here is the red controller for the set. Both of them are very cool. I really like both controllers. I can't say which one's my favorite because I'm a big blue guy. I love blue. But I like the battle damage. And I like that this one goes much better with the system than the gray-blue. If they would have made alternating systems where you could have gotten a gray-blue or a red-black system, that would have been really slick. But theirs are those two controllers. They've got very, very similar designs, as you can see, aside from the color scheme. And they both very well fit the theme of Gears 4. So I really like both of those controllers. There's a don't have a separate unboxing video for this because it is done in my system unboxing, which is also going to be down below in the links, so you can check out the Gears of War 4 Limited Edition console unboxing. Both controllers are really slick. I do like the blue. It's almost a metallic. You can kind of, at least on the shoulder buttons a little bit, see that sheen and the kind of flake in them. But they're very cool. It's a very nice controller. I really like the Xbox One controller. But if you're into Gears, that's probably worth a pickup for you. I'm not going to go too much more into this controller specifically because there isn't a lot to talk about. We will leave it out. But of course you do get your AA so you can power it out of the box. And then inside the box also, down below, you've got your instruction manual and your regulatory and warranty guide for the system. And then we've also got the in-game emblem packs and just a little advertisement that's talking about elevating your game, and has a little picture of both controllers. So, but your Gears packs are on a little code with it, and that's all that's in the box for the JD edition of the controller. So I'm going to go ahead and set that guy aside, get it packaged back up, and tuck it off to the side. This is the one I'm most excited about. I wasn't going to buy an Elite controller till I saw one of these, and then I used a friend's and decided I had to have one. So I have the basic Elite and one of these guys. But let's go ahead and get into this. This is a little bit more complicated of a box because it splits here all the way around the box. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get that open. But there looks to be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it looks like we only have 3 pieces of circle tape to deal with. And as with the Elites, you can customize your thumbsticks, customize your D-pad, and have different custom controls, as well as you can set hair trigger, which changes how far back the pull is, and then you can add or remove the paddles on the back of the controller if you want to do that, and set those paddles to different buttons. So we're going to go ahead, and these little plastic circles, we're going to go ahead and cut those guys open. I'm trying to do that as gently as possible to not hack the box up at all. We'll go ahead and get those cut. And I'm wondering if I got that one good enough. I did not. That one did not puncture good enough. There we go. I just missed just a little bit of it. So go ahead and pull the top. This is that nicer cardboard, that really thick cardboard. And I really, really like this cardboard for collector's edition stuff. I think it's a nice way to show off the different, that it's a nicer controller. So included in this one, you've got the Gears controller itself. You've got this cool case, and just to compare it to the standard Elite case, there is a standard Elite case. Mine's a little dirty. It's been sitting around my house and carried around. This one's just got the Xbox logo, where on the Gears one you do have a Lancer, and it's red versus black. So we'll push my stock one off to the side here. And then inside here you've got interchangeable D-pads. So let's see what this one's got set up out of the box. So out of the box they've got the like 8-way or whatever you call it. You've got a nice little thing to keep the controller from bouncing around in there. So they've got all the paddles on. Wow, this thing looks gorgeous. So it's a lot more similar to the red design, but it's got that rubberizing on the back. Oh man, I love that. I'll show you the rubberizing here in just a second, but as you can see, you've got 3 sets of thumbsticks you can use. You've got the stock heights, you've got a little bit taller of ones. So the way I like to set mine up is I like to have a tall on my look stick. So over here I like to have this be a tall. And these are super easy to replace as you talk about these accessories. So here's the difference between the tall and the small. It is a pretty good size difference, but I like the tall on my look stick. I feel like I get a little bit quicker of a reaction. So there's the difference in how tall that is. And you can see stock stick height over here and tall stick over here. They're really easy to replace. I mean, it's literally just pull it off. And all of them are like that. They're magnetically held on there. Okay, this is cool. What does this say? Grub killer. So underneath, and actually that's pretty slick. A little bit difficult to see here, but on the D-pad it says grub killer underneath. But the controller tops are metal and they're nicely detailed. So you've got on here, you've got the same detail of what would be your button switches. So on the top you've got your grenade, on the left your shotgun, on the right your assault rifle, and then on the bottom your pistol. I think that's pretty slick. Unfortunately, I just noticed this. On this guy, on the standard D-pad, we don't have that. So, but it is really easy to replace them. They're magnetic, it just slips on, and you can peel it off. They don't fall off if you turn them upside down and shake them. They're not going to pop out. I generally don't like the 8-way. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give this guy a whirl. There's also a customization pack, and I'll throw an image up right down here that you can click on. That'll be, down in this area. You can click on that guy. And that will be for to show you the add-on pack that you can get from from GameStop. That's got the accessories that go with this, so you can switch out some of the other stuff. Red buttons. You got a little switch here if you're not familiar with the Elite controller. This switch allows you to load 2 profiles. So let's say you primarily, when you use this, you play shooter games. So you want a different profile for, say, Gears than you do for like Halo or for Call of Duty or Battlefield or any one of those other shooter games, or whatever game you play with this, be it an action game, be it a fighter game. If you want different profiles, you can actually load 2 at a time to your controller, and this switch will switch between them. All of the Elites have that. That's a pretty slick feature. Otherwise, the buttons are the same until you get to the back of the controller, where you've got you've got the really cool Gears emblem here on the battery door. Beware, these battery doors are just slightly different than the standard ones, so you cannot use, and I'll see if I can pop one off really quick. At least on the original variants, the battery doors between the Elites and the standard controllers generally are not interchangeable. These look way closer. I'm going to see, because if they did change that it would be really slick, but as you can see, they are different. So you've got your 3 prongs really close, and that's because of how the paddles work. So you have to have a different door. But these doors, if you have different doors for the Elite controller, those are interchangeable. If you have one of the aftermarket rechargeable batteries that has the charging plate here or whatever, or doesn't use the stock battery door, you're not going to be able to use that with your Elites. You're going to have to either use rechargeable batteries from somebody like Energizer, Enerloop, whatever, and use those, or you can use, I believe the Microsoft battery works in these. I have not tried that myself. So on the back also, in addition to the paddles, so you can assign these to any other button you like, and I really like that. I've got mine assigned out really slick. But you have to get a little bit different use to the grip, because when you're gripping the controller, one of the things at least I tend to do is I grip down a little bit in tense moments. If I'm getting either chasing after somebody and really getting into getting them, sometimes I'll grip down and hit the paddles. That's something I've had to get used to, is just holding the backs of my hands just a little bit lighter. But it's got this rubberization that I really like, and these are on the Elites and the Lunar White controller from GameStop that I don't know if they're making anymore. They also have that rubberization. It feels really good in the hands. It's a stippled rubber and feels great in the hands. The paddles on these are really detailed. They look nice. They've got kind of almost like a fingerprinting is burned into them almost, or stuck onto them on the paddles. Kind of hard to see, but it's a pretty slick controller. Really like this guy. It is definitely a different red than the stock controller. There they are side by side. So we've got the Elite and the regular one. The reds are very different. What I do like is you get the nice custom carrying case, though, that you can fit your controller in, close that guy up, keep it protected, and I'll throw my battery door back on my other controller. So lose that guy. But keep that in mind, if you lose the battery door, it's not interchangeable with the other battery doors. You also then, of course, with this controller, they give you some other stuff in the bottom. So we'll go ahead and get that guy opened up. Let's see what we've got. We've got a special USB cable they give you. I can see there's a little bit difference to normal. These are a steel braid. They're like a plastic or braided cable. So, boom. As with every controller you buy, you get batteries in this little bottom box, but you also get, and I can't pull it out from that side. We gotta go to the other side. The USB cable. So you can plug this guy in and use it plugged in as well, if that's your thing. But this is actually kind of slick. It is a red nylon cable around the outside, and it's just a nice USB cable. I believe it's longer. I believe it's a 10-foot USB cable. Looks pretty long, at least based off of looking at it. I'm not going to unroll it because I'm not going to use this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck that back in. The box is actually really slick. There's a lot of artwork for Gears on here. You can see the Lancer and kind of the blood stain or fingerprints. And just the similar designing to all of it. You know, let's go ahead and leave that guy up here while we show off everything that's in the box. So there's that part of the box. Alright. I don't know how to pull this out. Ooh, this looks like we get some more packs. Okay, so in here we've got 3 more gear packs. So we've got 3 gear packs to customize. You've got your quick setup guide for the Elite controller. It's got art specific to this version. You've got a customize your controller settings by downloading the free Xbox accessories app from the Xbox store. So I think you have to have that to customize it for use on the PC. I haven't tried mine on the PC yet. I do have the wireless adapter to use with it, which is actually a good thing to have if you like to use your controller. But that's just your little notice of that. And I'm sure this is your standard warranty. Yep, your regulatory and warning guide. It's a nice. It comes in a nice little box though, and that's where all your paperwork sits. So this has been our unboxing of the Gears 4 JD and Elite controller. And so lots of stuff in these boxes. 2 really beautiful controllers. If you want to see, I've done an unboxing of the system by itself. I'm going to go ahead and get these guys packaged back up here in just a second. But we'll show these off side by side with a standard Elite. Now mine is slightly customized. I've got the Halo button set on mine other Elite. So there are my 2 Elite controllers side by side. This is your standard Elite controllers to your Gears one. They're quite similar in almost everything. You can see I've got them both set up the same tall stick with the concave tops. You've got tall sticks, I think, with convex tops, the tops that stick up and are rounded on top. And I think those are tall. Nope, yeah, those are tall. So those are a taller stick. And then you've got 2 options of buttons for your D-pads. 2 very nice controllers. Those are the Elites. And here is our stack of, here goes that. Let's get all of our packaging out of the way here. We'll get this guy back in with it. And there is our 3 controllers side by side that came out for Gears. So you've got the 2 regular type controllers, you've got the JD and the Swarm or Horde controllers, and the Elite controller. So 3 very nice detailed controllers all in all, so nice texturing on them. All of them have this texturing. You can kind of see here, it's similar to the scoring there. It's very much the same. It's gashed texture, like somebody clawed it or exploded and flew across it. Very nice controllers. I will definitely be using them, possibly just displaying these 2, because I do generally use my Elites a lot more. I find myself using my Elites only when I'm playing multiplayer games though, I generally don't when I'm playing certain types of games. I do like them for racing games. I like shifting with the paddles. That's my preferences, but if you get one of them, try it out in all your games. Try using different combinations of stuff on the sticks. Think about what you use the most, and takes your hands away from the core sticks. And that's why I like it for multiplayer, because when you're playing, you want to do as little as taking your stick off the move and look buttons as you can. So that's what having those paddles makes real nice. Guys, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and let me know why down in the comments that you didn't like it. If you want to know more about any of this stuff, feel free to ask questions down below. And if you want to continue to see awesome high-quality videos like this, the first thing you can do to help me keep going on that is by following my channel, little button down below. Click that, and that will say to me, hey, this person really likes the fact that you put out awesome high-quality content. They're going to keep coming back, wanting to see more. So with that, guys, this has been the unboxing of the Gears of War 4 Elite and JD Edition controllers, and then we brought the red controller in just to show off side by side with these guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.